again, please. Better that happen now than later. You've got to watch. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. That's better. Here we are. One and two and one and two. Let's go to Irish. I want to remind you that during the trio the first time in Walking Frog, see for me, please, come with those responsibilities. The trio in the Walking Frog first time. Those people know who they are. Actually, they're close enough. Get pump up. Pump. And once it's up, let's catch a quick opportunity to play a B flat. Our intonation is starting to get a little bit north of center. Celia, can you play your B flat? Ben, play your B flat. Guys, listen to Ben. Sing go. Play it and adjust. Make your adjustments now. If you're pulling out, you're probably right. Because it's really hot outside. Do not rush. Trumpets. Grab your stands in your hands. Euphoniums as well. Slide down through 3 chairs. Quickly. Quickly. 3 chairs quickly. We're going to get you more center to help you timing. Stand up, slide down 3 chairs. Come on, don't wait on me. I don't know what wasn't clear about that. We're going to let the graduates settle. This might help us out with a little bit of those timing. Here we go, folks. Pump it up. Two, three, four.
Please stand for the singing of our national anthem by the Senior Choral Union.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Friends, family, and faculty, good afternoon and welcome. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to begin by thanking each and every one of you for the support and love you've shown us during the last 4 years. You were by our sides when we were clueless freshmen, ignored sophomores, anxious juniors, and indifferent seniors. You stuck with us through all our trauma, our epic battle with the evil empire of College Board, and our struggle to overcome our serious cases of senioritis. Because of your efforts, high school has been a truly amazing experience, so thank you for everything. We couldn't have done it without you. I would especially like to thank my parents, grandparents, and teachers for always being there for me and helping me overcome the many difficulties I faced during high school. Finally, I would like to give a huge shout out to the class of 2018 for being the most kind, intelligent, and passionate group of people I know. We've been through so much together, and I couldn't imagine growing up with anyone else. After years of staring at the clock, counting down the seconds until the end of class, procrastinating and starting our VHS work on Tuesday night, and pretending to write essays in class while not so secretly binge-watching Netflix, shopping online, or playing Fortnite, we have finally made it to the finish line. So congratulations, you deserve it. As we transition out of high school and head our separate ways, it is evident that we will be confronted with new and exciting challenges. Many of us will leave the comfort of our homes in Westboro and will experience living on our own for the first time. We will start learning how to function independently, and we will come to realize that we often take for granted the many things that our friends and family do for us. We will transition from teenagers to adults, slowly but steadily. We'll figure out how to do the laundry, how to pay taxes, how to save for retirement, and most importantly, how to suck up to our bosses. Many of us will struggle, but it's okay. As the German philosopher Nietzsche and our favorite American Idol star, Kelly Clarkson, so eloquently put, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Throughout my years at Westboro, I've learned a few things that I'd now like to share with you. First of all, contrary to what the biology department says, the mitochondria is indeed the powerhouse of the cell. Look it up, the internet says so. Second of all, accents are very important in Spanish class. Apparently, voy a comer mi papa is not the same thing as voy a comer mi papa. For those of you who have forgotten your high school Spanish, the former says, I'm going to eat my potato, while the latter says, I'm going to eat my father. And all because of one tiny accent on a single letter in the word. Finally, for all you underclassmen and incoming freshmen out there, please, please, please walk on the right side of the hallway. We all want to get to class on time. But in all seriousness, as we continue along on our separate paths in life, there are a few things that I think we should all try to be cognizant of, and I would like to address them throughout the remainder of my speech. Bill Gates once said, "Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you're insulting yourself." Unfortunately, this is easier said than done. When I was younger, I always thought that I was inferior to my brother. You see, my brother had some pretty extraordinary skills that I lacked. He was outgoing and smart. He could read and write in our native language, Tamil. He could sing very well. And most amazingly, he was literally the personification of a GPS. My parents would always show off my brother's talents. They would ask him to read movie posters in Tamil and have him perform Hindi songs in front of our relatives. They would rely on him to give us directions during road trips to New Jersey, and they would encourage him to pursue his interests to make his mark on the world. Unlike my brother, I was painfully shy, I sang like a donkey, and I had no sense of direction. Once in first grade, I had to get a ride home from my friend, and despite having lived in the same house for 3 years, I had no idea how to get from Hastings back to my house. Needless to say, it was a pretty embarrassing experience. Fortunately, I was also super cute, which got me my fair share of familial love. But living in the shadow of my brother made me come to the conclusion that I wasn't smart enough, that I wasn't talented enough, and that I wasn't good enough. Throughout my time at Westboro, I tried to make up what I thought I lacked in talent by putting in monumental amounts of effort. I challenged myself by always setting difficult goals and doing my best to achieve them. I took challenging courses, participated in various extracurriculars, and attempted to convince my mother to get a dog on numerous occasions, albeit unsuccessfully. But standing here now, I realize that talent alone doesn't get you anywhere. You need to keep trying your hardest when you're beaten down and tired. In order to succeed, you need to constantly push yourself to your limits. In the words of Albert Einstein, genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. So as you continue living and growing, challenge yourself. Take that class you think will be too hard. Learn how to play that instrument you'd think you can't conquer. Pick up that sport you'd think you don't have enough coordination for, because you never know what you'll discover about yourself. This year, I took adventure literature and hiked Mount Monadnock on my final field trip at WHS. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a struggle for me as a couch potato with a very sedentary lifestyle. By the time I got about halfway to the top, I was determined to make it all the way up. It became a point of pride for me. I didn't want to be known as 5 APJT, as Mr. Brown called me, the girl who couldn't make it to the top of the mountain. I pushed myself and somehow managed to make it, in spite of the fact that I wasn't used to that kind of physical exertion. When I reached the summit, I was elated. I was proud of myself, and I knew that if I could do this, I could do anything I set my mind to. Unfortunately, I didn't feel so great on the way down, and the following few days were filled with a world of pain. By the time I got down the mountain and back home, I could barely move. I spent the next few days gaining a great respect and understanding of the joint pain that many elderly people experience. I couldn't walk, climb the stairs, or get up after sitting down. I had truly earned the title grandma set forth by some of my friends. Going on the hike helped me realize that sometimes I, like many of my peers, don't consider my health and well-being while I try to accomplish my goals and prove my self-worth. I made it to the top of the mountain and showed myself that I could do it, but I also pushed myself too hard and faced a lot of pain and suffering afterwards. I hope that you all climb your own mountains, but be sure to stop along the way and take in the view once in a while. Although it's important to work your hardest and try to achieve your goals, it's equally, if not more important, to take care of yourselves, mentally, physically, and emotionally. At the beginning of high school, I measured success based off of GPA, SAT, and which college you go to. But I now realize that there's far more to life than these simple data points. The biggest indicator of success is happiness and healthiness. So do what you love, work your hardest to achieve all the things you want to, but be sure to never forget to take care of yourselves along the way. Before I hand the mic over to our next presenters, I would like to leave you with the words of one of the brightest poets and philosophers I have ever come across. The one, the only, Dr. Seuss. Now I know it's a graduation cliche, but I couldn't leave you without reading an excerpt from his famous book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. Again, congratulations, class of 2018. I can't wait to hear about all your amazing accomplishments. Good luck, and see you out there.
Each year, at this commencement ceremony, we present scholarship awards to deserving members of our senior class. These scholarships represent the generous financial support of our Westboro community. Today, we will distribute over $120,000 to our graduates. An additional $40,000 is available to some of the receiving students if they remain committed to their studies over the next 4 years. This means that over $160,000 has been dedicated to the class of 2018. We publicly commend this critical investment in the future of our graduates and offer deep gratitude to each and every sponsoring business, organization, family, and individual for this wonderful assistance. A list of donors is printed in the graduation program. Mrs. Jessica Barrett, Assistant Principal, and I are honored to present the award recipients to you today. As we read the name of each scholarship recipient, they will rise to be recognized while the award is announced. Kindly hold your applause until the list of awards is complete. Tor Ramos will be receiving a Westboro Youth Soccer Scholarship.
Sharina Balaparaya is receiving a Harold and Kyle Howard Scholarship.
Sakshi Gera will receive the George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Rachel Bigelow has been awarded a Sarah W. Gibbons Memorial Scholarship, a Rotary Club of Westboro Scholarship, a Norman Beansy White Memorial Scholarship, a Charlotte Spinney Vision Scholarship, and a scholarship from the Armstrong Caroline Doran Memorial Scholarship Committee.
Miriam Sayeg will receive the Joseph and Alice Nelpe Ruchinskis Memorial Scholarship.
Max Houle is the recipient of scholarships from the Rotary Club of Westboro and the Marion and Daniel Kelleher Family Trust.
Madison Morrill is receiving the Roger Braley Memorial Scholarship.
Liam Dolan is the recipient of a George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Catherine Howarth will receive the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association Passion for the Arts Scholarship and the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association Scholarship.
Jenna Lewis Keddy has been awarded a scholarship from Westboro TV, Inc.
Alana Lippold will receive a Westboro Fine Arts Education Association Scholarship.
Eric Abeliz is receiving the Attorney Alan F. Dodd Memorial Scholarship.
Elizabeth Hopkinson has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro Athletic and Social Association.
Devin Roberti has been awarded a Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Chesna Andrade Foster will receive scholarships from the Women of St. Luke's, the Westboro Education Foundation, the Armstrong Caroline Doran Memorial Scholarship Committee, as well as the Westboro Education Association Margaret Peg Gleason Memorial Scholarship.
Cameron White has received a scholarship from the Leonard M. Krull Trust.
Benjamin Riella has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Youth Basketball Association and the Rotary Club of Westboro.
Ann Whitehall has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association.
Allison Milne is the recipient of a Westboro Youth Soccer Scholarship, as well as a scholarship from the Westboro Historical Society.
Tu Queen Vo is the recipient of a scholarship from the Westboro District Nurses Association and the Westboro Community Chorus Faith G. Newark Memorial Scholarship.
Shreya Chaudhary will receive the Jean Messier Memorial Scholarship.
Samuel Ajay is receiving a George G. Gentner Memorial Scholarship.
Radhika Mohindru has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro High School Store and All Dental.
Natasha Nadar has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro High School store.
Mina Kodali will receive the Ruth Wadley Memorial Scholarship.
Michael Eshak is a recipient of a St. Mary's Credit Union Scholarship as well as a Leonard M. Krull Trust Scholarship.
Lydia Rodriguez will receive the WHS School Counseling Scholarship.
Catherine Pelser has been awarded the Westboro Superior Officers Union Scholarship.
Jessica Freed is the recipient of the Andrew Sarkeesian Memorial Scholarship.
Isaiah Powers is receiving the Leo Casey Scholarship for Excellence and Commitment to Westboro Team Sports, as well as a John L. Brigham Memorial Scholarship.
Erica Ross has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association and Digital Federal Credit Union.
Emily Burnison has been awarded a WABA Scholarship and a scholarship from In Your Shoes.
Devin Parent will receive a scholarship from the John Boyle O'Reilly Council 85 Knights of Columbus Memorial.
Christopher Amador is a recipient of a William S. Harris Memorial Scholarship.
Caroline Tebow will receive a scholarship from Digital Federal Credit Union.
Bradley Forrest has been awarded a Westboro Fine Arts Education Association Scholarship.
Anthony Kai will receive a scholarship from the Rotary Club of Westboro.
Amanda Brown is receiving the Lucy Ann Lowe Taylor Memorial Scholarship and a scholarship from the Central One Federal Credit Union.
Vanshika Chaudhary will receive a scholarship from the Westboro Civic Club.
Stephanie D. Almeida is a recipient of a Ben Horgan Memorial Scholarship.
Sandia Iyer has been awarded the Honeydew Donuts Scholarship.
Richard Karen has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association and the Digital Federal Credit Union.
Nikita Jaggi will receive a Leonard M. Krull Trust Scholarship.
Megan Koo is receiving a scholarship from the Westboro High School store and a Richard X. Gannon Memorial Scholarship.
Miriam Gergis has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Women's Club, the Westboro High School store, and the Rotary Club of Westboro.
Lily Busa is receiving a Sandra Walden Fenton Memorial Scholarship and the LCA Hastings Teaching Scholarship.
Kayla Beckman has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Professional Firefighters Association, Digital Federal Credit Union, as well as a Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Jia Chi Chen has been awarded a Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Isha Hamid will receive a scholarship from the Leonard M. Krull Trust.
Aaron Cotton is the recipient of a Mary E. Kane Scholarship.
Emily Hannon has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Youth Basketball Association and the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association.
Dorothy Catillo has received a Leonard M. Krull Trust Scholarship.
Colin Karen will receive a scholarship from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association, as well as the Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Carson Palladini is receiving a John Boyle O'Reilly Council 85 Knights of Columbus Memorial Scholarship and a Charlotte Spinney Vision Scholarship.
Brendan McGraw has been awarded a scholarship from the Women of St. Luke's.
Antonia Begoyan Mullen has been awarded a scholarship from the Digital Federal Credit Union.
Andrew Lee will receive a Leonard M. Krull Trust Scholarship.
Abigail Berger is the recipient of a Bose Award of Excellence Scholarship.
Victoria Helly has been awarded the Ben Horgan Memorial Scholarship, as well as scholarships from the Westboro Garden Club and the Westboro Community Land Trust.
Stephen Sheilak has been awarded the Ron McQuilkin Memorial Scholarship.
Sarah Akbar will receive a scholarship from the Westboro Education Foundation and the George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Reese Skirbin has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro Democratic Town Committee in memory of Richard McLeod.
Owen Larkin will receive a scholarship from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association.
Michael Barbini is receiving a scholarship from the Women of St. Luke's.
Mary Elizabeth Ashton will receive the Ruth E. Simonelli Memorial Scholarship.
Lily Farrason is receiving the David W. Herter Scholarship for Young Authors.
Carrie Kayam is a recipient of the Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Johanna Bessel has been awarded a scholarship from the Rotary Club of Westboro.
Jacqueline Latimer will receive the Frank D. Sagro Memorial Scholarship.
Franz Schenixen is the recipient of the Chartwells Scholarship.
Emily Spofford has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association and the Marion and Daniel Kelleher Family Trust.
Dylan Connors is receiving a scholarship from the Women of St. Luke's, a Westboro Education Association Winifred and Robert Innes Memorial Scholarship, and the Waba Dutkowski Family Foundation Sportsmanship Scholarship.
Daniel Krasnona Senkik will receive a Leonard M. Kroll Trust Scholarship.
Carter Fleming has been awarded a Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Brett Franchos will receive a scholarship from the Women of St. Luke's.
Ashley Taylor is the recipient of a scholarship from the Westboro Women's Club.
Andy Rivas DePaz has been awarded the John Boyle O'Reilly Council 85 Knights of Columbus Memorial Scholarship.
Abigail Sukup is receiving a Westboro Women's Club scholarship.
Vikram Abaraju will receive a scholarship from St. Mary's Credit Union.
Taylor Arnold has been awarded the Servetus T. and Jesselyn C. Ashworth Jr. Family Scholarship and the First Baptist Scholarship.
Sarah Hillier will receive the Diane R. and Thomas J. McGinn Jr. Scholarship.
Rohan Rajesh is the recipient of a scholarship from the WHS Student Council.
Peter Casey Kaplan has been awarded a scholarship from WABA as well as the Bose Award of Excellence Scholarship.
Michael Keogh is receiving scholarships from the Westboro Youth Soccer and WABA.
Matthew Buffo will receive a scholarship from the Civic Kitchen and Drink Restaurant.
Lindsay Brom is the recipient of a scholarship from Westboro TV Inc., a Westboro Education Association Earl T. Baker Memorial Scholarship, and a scholarship from WABA.
Kristen Stoidel will receive the Westboro Youth Soccer Scholarship, the Westboro Women's Club Evangeline Dreher Memorial Scholarship, and a scholarship from the Westboro Athletic and Social Association.
Jonathan Rodenbush is receiving the Sean Zoe Marks Hockey Scholarship.
Jerry Tang will receive a Leonard M. Kroll Trust Scholarship.
Grace Kelly has been awarded a Teresa Ruth Aldrich Bryson Award.
Emily Wammond will receive the Roland H. O'Brien Memorial Scholarship, as well as a scholarship from the John Boyle O'Reilly Council 85 Knights of Columbus Memorial.
Edwin Mario is the recipient of a George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Declan Donovan has been awarded a WABA Scholarship.
Cassidy Sams is receiving the Mary Edith Wheaton Smith Scholarship.
Brett LeBeau will receive a scholarship from the Westboro Civic Club.
Audrey Lord is receiving scholarships from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association, the WABA William F. Walsh Student Athlete Scholarship, and a Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization Scholarship.
Angelica Nove will receive the Ann Pisha Memorial Scholarship.
Adam Tubman has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association.
William Yu will receive the Ben Horgan Memorial Scholarship.
Terry Curtis is receiving a Lieutenant Vincent B. Lee Memorial Scholarship.
Sarah Klein is the recipient of the William S. Harris Memorial Scholarship.
Matthew Morin is receiving a George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Louis Gencarelli has been awarded a scholarship from the Women of St. Luke's.
Kyle Capuccio has been awarded a George G. Genthner Memorial Scholarship.
Jonathan Tomaszewski will receive scholarships from St. Mary's Credit Union and the Marion and Daniel Kelleher Family Trust.
J.T. Anand is the recipient of a Jean Messier Memorial Scholarship.
Grace Roney will receive the John L. Brigham Memorial Scholarship.
Emma Martin has been awarded a Nancy Kane Peterson Memorial Scholarship.
Ego Aweka will receive a Charlotte Spinney Vision Scholarship.
Declan Gardner is receiving a John Boyle O'Reilly Council 85 Knights of Columbus Memorial Scholarship.
Cassidy Shannon has been awarded the Lieutenant Richard H. Brady Memorial Scholarship.
Bridget Donahue is receiving a scholarship from the Leonard M. Kroll Trust and the John P. Doherty Jr. Memorial Scholarship.
Audrey Vaver will receive a scholarship from the WHS National Honor Society.
Anjali Arigella has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro Civic Club.
Alex Sternberg will receive a scholarship from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association, as well as that association's Passion for the Arts Scholarship.
Yusuf Solomon is receiving a Leonard M. Kroll Trust Scholarship and the Dr. James G. and Marie K. Boyd Memorial Scholarship.
Thomas Mispelli will receive the Westboro Patrol Officers Union Scholarship, the Leonard M. Kroll Trust Scholarship, and a scholarship from WABA.
Sean Meehan has been awarded a Honolulu Restaurant Scholarship and the Bruce Macaulay Waha Hockey Scholarship.
Sajjad Shuabi will be presented with the Aronson Memorial Scholarship.
Pooja Hingarani is the recipient of a scholarship from the Rotary Club of Westboro.
Miriam Levesque will receive scholarships from the Women of St. Luke's in the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association.
Matthew Spofford has been awarded scholarships from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association and the Marion and Daniel Kelleher Family Trust.
Lolan Kwan will receive the Honolulu Restaurant Scholarship.
Kyle Strachan is a recipient of the Harold and Kyle Howard Scholarship.
Joshua Bell will receive a John Boyle O'Reilly Council 85 Knights of Columbus Memorial Scholarship.
Jasmine Torres is receiving the Peg and Ken Orff Memorial Scholarship and the Ben Horgan Memorial Scholarship.
Gregory Amador will receive a scholarship from the Worcester Urological Associates.
Emma Pelser is receiving the Westboro Education Association Mary B. Conroy Memorial Scholarship.
Elise Chan has been awarded a scholarship from the Westboro Civic Club.
Derek Pittarino has been awarded scholarships from the WHS Student Council and the Westboro Civic Club.
Chelsea Taylor will receive an Andrew Sarkeesian Memorial Scholarship.
Caitlin McCarthy is receiving a WABA scholarship.
Eileen Valentine will receive a Westboro Youth Soccer Scholarship.
Annabella Biancarri has been awarded scholarships from the Women of St. Luke's, the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association, the Dunkin' Donuts Merino Organization, and the Armstrong Caroline Doran Memorial Scholarship Committee.
Allison Avola will receive the Lee Matthew Memorial Scholarship and the Sandra Walden Fenton Memorial Scholarship.
Peter Howarth is receiving scholarships from the Westboro Fine Arts Education Association and the Westboro Community Land Trust.
Michelle Lee will receive the Teresa Ruth Aldrich Bryson Award. Again, thank you to all of our donors, and congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients.
Hello, class of 2018. My name is Sarah Dulay, and I am the chair of the Westboro School Committee. Many of you may not necessarily know me by name or by that title. I may be more familiar to you as the lady that runs the annual Turkey Trot 5K. Just as I know many of you, maybe not all by name, but by the roles, jobs, and volunteer positions that you take on in our community. Teaching Sunday school to second graders, being the super fun camp counselors at summer basketball camp and rec playground camp, ordering blizzards from you at Dairy Queen, and seeing you at the checkout at Roche Brothers. I've watched you entertain packed auditoriums as actors in Urinetown and Wizard of Oz. I have been awed by your singing of the national anthem at so many events, and enjoyed listening to your music at amazing band and orchestra concerts. I have been thrilled watching you flip through the air on the cheerleading team, rooted for the win at the Thanksgiving Day game. I jumped up and down excitedly as you won the state volleyball championship. Many of you have come before the school committee as well, celebrating achieving Eagle Scout and Girl Scout Gold Awards, to report back on your trips abroad and to acknowledge honors you've received. Beyond the knowledge you have gained here in our schools, you have contributed to the Westboro community in so many ways, rounding out your education. I would encourage you to keep up this level of involvement as you continue on your path in life. You never know where opportunities will lead. You will have many choices to make as you venture out on your own into the world. Some choices will be seemingly easy and quick to decide on, like where to order your dinner from or what series to binge watch next. While other choices, like roommates, classes, jobs, school, careers, or a major move, will have you turning to Google, seeking out advice from family or friends, and may cause feelings of uncertainty. It's those choices, the ones that often propel you out of your comfort zone, that can lead to the greatest personal rewards. If someone had told me when I was your age, at my high school graduation, that I would one day be standing on a field in central Massachusetts as the Westboro School Committee Chair, speaking to a graduated class, I would never have believed them. I can't remember many of the seemingly easy or even more of the complex choices that led me to Westboro. But the choice that put me here in this moment was the direct result of a dive right in and ask questions later choice that was certainly out of my usual arena, especially the public speaking part of the job. For many of you, public speaking, performing on stage, or nailing the group dance at Mr. WHS is second nature. But I'm sure that there are other things that may be out of your comfort zone. When those moments come up, embrace them, find your brave, and challenge yourself. My personal reward in this is that I've been given the opportunity to congratulate you publicly for all of your academic and extracurricular achievements on behalf of my colleagues on the school committee. The choice to take a leap is often the hardest part. So when you do, as my 6th grade son would say, remember your growth mindset. You and your peers around the country have already shown that you speak up and stand up for what you believe in. And here at Westboro High School, you have even boldly said, #NotMyW. A W with more rounded curves and a new shadow may not be the W on your t-shirts and hoodies that you'll pack up to take on the road with you. And soon it will not be the same track, field, and bleachers that were here during your time at Westboro High School. And as an added measure, many of the elementary schools you knew so well years ago may look a little different after this summer. Despite the physical changes happening around you, know that it will be a W, the track and field at your high school and your hometown that you can always return to for familiarity, guidance, and support. Whether you end up in another country, another state, another town in Massachusetts, or even here in Westboro, remember the foundation and education that you are given by your families and this community. Say yes to new opportunities despite all the reasons that you can think of to say no. Forge ahead boldly, accept challenges, open doors, keep your heads up, welcome change and new people into your lives. Find your moments. Congratulations on all your achievements, and thank you for sharing a few minutes of your time with me today. This is your time, your day, to celebrate and enjoy with your friends and family. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Sarah. She set the bar high. So, well, here you are. You were a few short moments from diploma, and some of the absolute best parts of graduation are about to happen to you. You are heading out to new opportunities for experiences and new stories. You are heading towards new material. Now, some of the happenings that you have seen here will go with you to become the stuff of real memories. I'm particularly fond of the story we learned last night from the twins. Well done, I might say, switching places for classes. I think you actually will be telling that one to your own children. Of course, as you all make new stories, they won't come just from you. They will be reflected from all of the new people that you are going to meet. And no matter what you are heading off to, at some point, one of those people will be a roommate. And you'll all have a roommate story. Both of my children have returned from college with roommate stories, which are at the same time both hilarious and horrifying. None of which I'm going to tell, as they are not appropriate for the setting at all. But my own roommate story and my own roommate was irritating enough to make the cut. So I have to begin by first saying that I hate getting up early. I only get up early because of choice of profession. And I know that all of you this fall will soon be sleeping till at least noon as often as possible. So, a long time ago, my own freshman year, I show up to school and I happen to get a roommate who likes to get up at 6 in the morning, every morning, and act ungodly happy, and then proceed to make enough noise to wake me up that if I even moved, turned over in bed, she'd spontaneously burst into conversation and excitement about the fact that now I could get up and we could go to breakfast together. She had a whole range of completely irritating behaviors that came from this bright personality and lots of things that completely grated on my last nerve. We lived in a very small space together, 7 days a week. Get ready. It was complicated. I mean complicated, and at both turns, both upsetting or absurd. The long and the short of the story, however, is that she became one of my absolute best friends. Mostly because I learned to forgive her for the things I couldn't stand. I didn't forget them. I certainly was unable to change them. I just learned to forgive her for them. And the space created by being forgiving opened up the opportunity to learn what I did really appreciate and enjoy about her as a person, a roommate, and finally a friend. Your parents and the schools, we've spent a lot of time raising you and preparing you for this next step in life. We've worked to educate you with the information of life skills, kindness and service work, health and wellness, academic performance, fitness, life balance. We've done it all. Effort. And yet we don't really talk much about forgiveness. But I think that people all spend a lot of time being afraid nowadays because of everyone's inability to be forgiving. Afraid of saying the wrong thing, feeling the wrong things, hanging out with the wrong people, reading the wrong books, following or liking the wrong perspectives that might be different from someone, and then they'll be offended. These are tough times. The world has become such an unforgiving place, so intensely focused on right or wrong, good or bad, just or unjust, so judgmental, so black and white. I mean, I think about going to a college campus today or a workplace and hoping to fit in and to build a base of friends or colleagues. And all I can hope, you guys, is I hope that we've prepared you as much for the human relationship work as for the performance work. I would like to encourage you to develop a forgiving nature as our last bit of advice to you before you go. Imagine, please, embracing the perspective of being forgiving, forgiving that blunder, the misstep, that perspective you didn't agree with. And I'm not saying to forgive and forget, but by forgiving, it means that you will accept the consequences of moving forward without something being perfect, without someone or something being exactly what you wanted. I think those are real life skills. We just seem to relish telling people they were idiots, that they were wrong, that they missed the point, or that they were incapable, as opposed to the act of forgiving, that they just said it differently or did it differently than we might want. The flexibility that being forgiving provides you will be the opportunity to know more people, to broaden your reach, and to have more chances to connect than to separate. I think that it is an easy comfort to swift, judging anger that somehow makes people feel that they are being more authentic or sincere or definitively clear about what they feel. I would assert that it is more often a shallow convenience of superficial analysis. Forgiving actually means thinking more deeply, compromising, asking questions, adjusting your expectations, and living within the messiness of relationships. Don't misunderstand me. I am not saying to forgive substantive events or injustices or wrongs that require action, but to become someone who can differentiate how and when to wield judgment, anger, or blame, and when you can, to be forgiving. For me, this meant looking past my own roommate's more irritating habits, and if I hadn't forgiven her and looked past it, I never would have seen her soft, sweet personality and how similar we really were. And if I couldn't have forgiven her, if I had just written her off as simply irritating or clueless, she wouldn't have become a lifelong friend who stood with me at my wedding. So I want to give you a heads up, guys, that you are going to meet these people. The roommates, the colleagues, the classmates. They will eat your food in the fridge when you have marked it with your name. They will have different world and political views that don't match yours. They will be too messy or too neat for your habits. They will need you when you want to be least available. They will sometimes be selfish and self-absorbed. They will make blunders and mistakes because they are all human. You're going to meet people who aren't from New England, and maybe not even this country, and it's important to have an open and a forgiving mind. Judgment and blame, they just always feel so good in the moment, don't they? We all have done it. But I hope that as you become Westboro graduates, you will be the ones to move to take the more complicated but fulfilling task of being forgiving, of seeing the whole picture of who a person is and not just their mistakes. I think that you'll have better stories, better relationships, and a much richer life experience. And I am wishing all of you a complicated, imperfect, but quality roommate and quality stories. Congratulations.
Thank you, band, for spicing up the afternoon. On behalf of the administration here at WHS, welcome. And thank you again to all those responsible for having these seniors here in front of us, for supporting them in many ways, especially in their growth, their development, and their learning. The community for the resources it provides for us to do our job. To the parents that support their children at home, get them prepared and ready to come into school. To our school committee, to our superintendent and central office, and especially our teachers who work so hard and are so talented and fabulous every single day working to develop these fine young men and women. So thank you to all. Let's have a nice round of applause. A few weeks ago, during an in-depth conversation about school, life, and the pursuit of happiness, it was suggested to me by Mr. Anderson to read a book called The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath. If you read this book, I think you know where I'm going. If you have not, then see me next week and I'll lend you this copy. In any case, the book contends that flagship moments, the peaks, the valleys, and everything in between greatly influence our lives. And depending on our level of attention to those joyous or sad times in our lives, they can greatly affect how we react or learn from them. And with awareness of what contributes to the intensity of the moments and what makes peaks as opposed to pits, they contend that we can intentionally enhance our own experiences and the experiences of those around us. Let's take a look at a few examples. These key moments, I think, stand out for this wonderful class and even for me. The stunning victory sophomore year at competition day. That was fabulous. I remember not only the looks on your faces, but the looks on the seniors' face was high and low. It was wonderful. Facing midterm exams for the first time freshman year. The 300th anniversary parade this fall, all the fun and excitement preparing for it, and then even more so when it arrived. I personally remember the moment the decision was made to construct the current turf field that we're all on today. And I'm envisioning in 2 days when construction begins to rip this out and build a new one. Those experiences of elation when you climb the tallest peak, as well as the subsequent pain of doing so. An opportunity in a class that was missed, perhaps, or a memorable conversation with a teacher that was truly enlightening. Moments. How about all the times you helped a friend through a dilemma? Or when a helping hand was extended to you? The rally, March for Our Lives, co-led by your class president. To support the victims in Parkland, Florida, and to show solidarity with your peers all across the nation. All the losses, the wins, the mistakes and thrills, times of confusion and understanding. How about more recently, the actions of one of your classmates at awards night, when she got so excited about getting an award that she hugged the person next to her. Then minutes later, when that other person got an award, she went over and hugged again. We need more moments like that. Or at last night's beautiful baccalaureate, where we all heard the wonderful reflections from our seniors, the many stories recounted, new happy moments shared. Moments. They matter. And of course, I'm referring to maximizing the peaks and minimizing the pits. You may have heard it called, do your best, make a difference in the world, control what you can control, or you be you. Moments matter, and moments can be shaped. Please think about the things you've learned in your time here in Westboro schools, especially WHS. When it comes to shaping moments, what qualities do you now have, or things that you've learned that are going to make a difference? So here's some advice. Build yourself up in ways that allow you to enjoy more peaks. Be smart, wise, and seek truth in answers and information. Take pride in yourself and have empathy toward others. Connect. Be attentive. Be supportive. Create purpose in your life and those around you. A psychologist who's done a lot of research, Barbara Fredrickson's broaden and build theory, which posits that negative emotions like anxiety and fear prompt survival-oriented behaviors, while positive emotions expand awareness, spur new ideas, creativity, and even build skills. So quit trying to change things that you can't. Worry less, trust more, argue less, listen more, stress less, smile more. As we get ready to confer the diplomas, I want to say congratulations. Know that you've earned this. And Superintendent Bach, this class is prepared. They are prepared with the knowledge, the skills, and the values to make a difference in our society. So seniors, be decisive in making the most of your moment, because it matters. Thank you.
Eric Anthony Abeles. Samuel Entry Ajay. Sarah Akbar. Christopher Thomas Amador. Gregory Douglas Amador. Eric David Anderson. Chesna Mar Andrade Foster. Rebecca Diane Arena. Anjali Arigella. Samantha Lillian Armstrong. Taylor May Arnold. Mary Elizabeth Ashton. Allison Gabriella Ovola. Rachel Elizabeth Badway. Sharina Balaparia. Michael Hui Barbini. Kira Brooke Barrett. Ryan Keller Barrett. Griffin O'Neill Barriere. Skylar Mackenzie Berry. Jalen Lewis Basquet. Martin Robert Bodette. Drew David Bebko. Kayla Rose Beckman. Joshua Woodman Bell. Giovanna Palma Bellafato. Caden Mitchell Bentley. Johanna Claire Bessel. Annabella Grace Biancheri. Rachel Marie Bigelow. Antonia June Begoyan Mullen. Madeline Grace Bradley. Cameron Arnold Brigham. Lindsay Tobin Brom. Amanda Kathleen Brown. Spencer John Brownwell. Matthew Lawrence Buffo. Abigail Serena Berger. Aiden Thomas Burke. Emily Ann Burnison. Lily Catherine Biusa. Anthony Yi Lin Kai. Kyle Richard Capuccio. Lauren Gail Carlo. Colin Thomas Karen. Richard William Karen. Sarah Elizabeth Carrier. Joao Pedro Pazzi de Carvalho. Carrie Leah Kayam. Sarah Sheridan Kayam. Matt Richard Cherney. Sujin Kim Cha. Elise Tansy Chan. Maxwell William Chapin. Alejandro Emmanuel Chavira Colon. Stephen Thomas Chilak. James Jachi Chen. Shreya Chaudhary. Vanshika Chaudhary. Andrew James Christman. Damon Angelo Cianci. Jacob Arthur Clancy. Olivia Charlotte Clark. Paul William Colby. Lucas Edward Condon. Margaret May Connolly. Dylan Andrew Connors. Skylar Kate Considine. Ada Grace Windwalker Cook. Erin Christina Cotton. Terry Thomas Curtis III. Stephanie Matos de Almeida. Catherine Claire DeCourcy. Pablo Diaz Ramos. Liam Wayne Dolan. Bridget Veronica Donahue. Brooke Olivia Donovan. Declan Conway Donovan. Abigail Susan Eastwood. Alexa Rose Erickson. Michael Ishak. Lily Miriam Farazan. Ethan Michael Faulkner. Joseph Patrick Fitzgerald. Kate Virginia Fitzgerald. Carter Day Fleming. Maxwell Lewis Flera. Bradley James Forrest. Flaherty Ann Foster. Brett Paul Franchos. Jessica Eden Freed. Nicholas George Gagney. Ryan Michael Gallery. Gaurav Ganguly. Kevin Josue Garcia Cano. Declan James Gardner. Tess Elizabeth Garrity. Brendan Michael Gately. Louis Angelo Gencarelli. Sakshi Guerra. Zachary Robert Gibson. Adam Jeffrey Ginsberg. Mariam Kamal Badia Thabet Jurgis. Michael Joseph Gomes. Grace Elizabeth Green. Brittany Giovanna Guitava. Avriana Isabella Forster Hall. Isha Harris Hamid. Emily Patricia Hannon. Timothy Joseph Howes Harold. Calman Robert Himes. Victoria Rose Helly. Sarah Elizabeth Hillier. Pooja Sanjay Hingarani. Trevor Clement Hitchings. Max Joseph Houle. Claire Alexandra Hounslow. Catherine May Howarth. Peter Henry Howarth. Michael Douglas Huey. Rafay Jawad Hussein. Sandia Shuen Iyer. Alyssa Page Jacobson. Nikita Kaur Jaggi. Hui Young Kevin G. Nakia Jalen Johnson. Connor Wade Jones. Jonathan Kamba. Dorothy Ruvarache Catillo. Catherine Hermosa Katz. Grace Elizabeth Kelly. Michael Waisaki Keo. Yashvi Satish Kakar. Franz Wynn Shennickson. Sarah Ann Klein. Meenakshi Kodali. Mark Daniel Kotoski. Jasmine Elizabeth Torres. Daniel Nate Krasnonasenkich. Lolan Kwang. Peter Samuel LaMountain. Owen Christopher Larkin. Jacqueline Marion Latimer. Juliana Marie LeBlanc. Brett Andrew LeBeau. Andrew Lee. Mary Catherine Lehman. Jenna Haley Lewis Ketty. Michelle Miao Lee. Alana Moon Lippold. Samuel Henry Liss. Congratulations. Savant Liu. Audrey Elizabeth Lord. Vitor Enrique Luis. Kezia Carolino Monteso Gomes. Eduardo Silva Marferte. Emma Ruth Martin. Caitlin Adrian McCarthy. Brendan Hayes McGraw. Sean Patrick Meehan. Brian Daniel Melanson. Eugene Michael Meleshkovich. Edwin Didier Mario. Thomas John Mespelli. Allison Grace Milne. Stefan Eric Moberg. Radhika Mohindru. Martin Christopher Moran. Matthew Alexander Morin. Madison Irene Morrill. Natasha Aloysius Nadar. Deepa Shesha Nandan. Rasvitha Nandru. Ferris Zain Nasrullah. Ego Natasha N.D. Aweka. Peter Henry Nicopolis. Angelica Dutra Nove. Carly Lynn O'Keefe. Thomas J. Ormond. Carson Doyle Palladini. Marissa Lynn Papagelis. Devin Douglas Parent. Anvita Shailesh Kumar Patel. Emma Rose Pelser. Catherine Ann Pelser. Milena Pereira Monteso. Mila Pereira. Derek Montgomery Pitterino. Olivia Marie Purdy. Maya Raybuck. Rohan Rajesh. Tor Sandquist Ramos. Zachariah Ruat. Raphael Anthony Richmond. Benjamin Joseph Riella. Andy Daniel Rivas de Paz. Jonathan Paul Rodenbush. Lydia Silva Rodriguez. Grace Irene Roney. Erica Marie Ross. Matthew Donald Rotman. Tulika Roy. Devin Salvador Ruberti. Moise Sakib. Mackenzie Kelly Mardell Saunders. Miriam Nagi Sayeg. Reese Mulder Skirbin. Roshini Senthilkumar. Yasmin Aliyah Shaheen. Cassidy Marie Shannon. Rachel Marissa Schur. Jim Min Shi. Sajad Adib Shuabi. William Silva. Emma Rose Smallcombe. Andrew Houston Smith. Jillian Lee Smith. Yusef Ibrahim Adal Solomon. Abigail Lee Sukup. Alana Taylor Spiro. Emily Grace Spofford. Matthew Edward Spofford. Adam Lego Steinberg. Alex Michael Sternberg. Kristen Lily Stoidel. Guinevere Mary Stone. Tyler Logan Stott. Kyle Robert Strachan. Suthani Sundar. Georgia Elise Sweeney. Ashley Lois Taylor. Chelsea Sarah Taylor. Jerry Tang. Caroline Rose Tebow. Joseph Matthew Thompson. Rumena Rumi Tanani. Jonathan Paul Tomaszewski. Allison Marie Totino. Sarah Nicole Totino. Adam Patrick Tubman. Eileen Matilda Valentine. John Peter Van Heest. Audrey Heller Vaver. Shalonin Quetzali Vela Garcia. Matthew Carl Vitali. Tuqueen Tran Vo. Sarissa Ann Volin. Thomas Jordan Vondervellen. Madeline Elaine Walters. Meredith Emily Welch. Emily Davina Wammond. Sarah Ashley Whitaker. Cameron Veach White. Anne Marie Whitehall. Erin Lone Wong. Olivia Marie Woodcock. Christopher Zhu. William Park Yu. Rayan Ahmed Yunus. Logan Lewis Zace. JT Anand. Peter James Casey Kaplan. Elizabeth Acadia Hopkinson. Megan Tyler Koo. Cassidy Ann Sams. Vikram Abaraju. Miriam Levesque.
We did it, guys. We graduated. This is a time of new beginnings, fresh starts, and seemingly endless cliches. The problem with cliches isn't that they're untrue. I think everyone agrees that we should seize the day, live our dreams, change the world. The issue with cliches lies with the fact that they are too accurate. Their near universal application excuses us from reflecting on our own personal experience with this event. I must say, I find it a little dispiriting that graduation, a time centered around new journeys and unexplored paths, is permeated by so many unoriginal thoughts. It makes me wonder whether it is even possible to offer authentic reflections on a moment that carries so much meaning in our lives. Have we simply exhausted all the ways to express our thoughts and feelings, leaving us doomed to a future dominated by threadbare platitudes? I would argue there's still hope. Let's say we each had only 100 words to contribute to the world. There are approximately 170,000 words in the English language, giving us 10 to the 504th power possibilities. That's a 1 followed by 504 zeros. A number so big it doesn't even have a name. Even if only a fraction of these combinations make logical and grammatical sense, we are still left with more possible 100-word statements than there are atoms in the universe. I apologize for geeking out there a bit, but I think this shows that rather than it being impossible to contribute anything original to the world, it would actually be harder not to leave this planet with something that has never been said or done in the history of humanity. And that's just with 100 words. We each have an entire lifetime worth of thoughts to express, a lifetime to explore these ideas that exist outside of what we know, waiting for us to bring them into the realm of possibility. There's no guaranteeing that your reassembling of these 100 words will be the next great American novel, or will win you a Nobel Prize, or will even be remembered very long after your time on this earth. We shouldn't get too caught up in the longevity of our words, seeing as oblivion is inevitable anyway. What matters is that we never stop searching for new ideas, that we never stop seeking authenticity, and that we never settle for letting cliches live our lives for us. I wish I could offer you a statement that could perfectly capture what it means to be sitting here today, on the shore of a future filled with wild and wonderful unknowns. But graduation, just like all of life's milestones, is a deeply personal experience, and the emotions that fill this crowd would slip through the holes of any cliche. So all I can say is how I feel. Looking out among you, I'm reminded of the memories we share, all the moments that defy cliches, because their meaning is so caught up in their existence already. All the way back to kindergarten, when a good day consisted of using kid pics in the computer lab, and the daredevils among us would try to use the dynamite animation without the teacher seeing. And then came first grade, a time I consider my personal peak, when I starred as a title character in our class production of Rainbow Fish. Then it was going buggy and the newfound independence of the third grade. Mill Pond meant new friends and those fantastic double chocolate cookies in the cafeteria that I swear deserve a Michelin star. In sixth grade, we suffered the collective trauma of Mix It Up Day and the Africa Project before we entered the childhood equivalent of the Dark Ages, Gibbons. At 13, we felt all grown up, despite the fact that boys and girls did not dare venture to the same side of the gym during dances. Then freshman year hit, and we stood afraid of the same hallways that now belong to us. The hallways where we have laughed and hurt and promposed and took chances and grew. The hallways where we wandered during period-long bathroom breaks, because let's be real, the learning part of high school ended a while ago. The hallways that are now maps of emotional landmarks, visible only to us, yet impossible to ignore. Standing here today, even the happiest of these memories takes on a glow of sadness because we are leaving these moments behind. But that's okay, because leaving this behind just means that we are moving forward, ready to ask big questions, ready to explore great unknowns, ready to write our 100 words. Now I'd like to invite the class of 2018 to stand as we move our tassels. Congratulations, class of 2018.